everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today here online once again. I'm so glad that we could have the chance to connect today. I miss seeing you all in the studio and hopefully we'll be there again soon. So for this practice, this is going to be a little more of an invigorating flow. Don't really need any props. If you have blocks available or maybe some books that you could prop up on, that if you normally use a block, that could be helpful. Otherwise, you're good to go. We don't really necessarily need anything. You might later on in the practice want to sit up on something. So if you want to just maybe go get a pillow or a blanket or something to sit up on, that could be helpful. And then, as I said last time, if you want to take a moment to really set yourself up here, you could always pause me for a second and maybe play some of your favorite music in the background or light some candles. Make this a nice restorative special experience for yourself. So all that said, we're gonna get started here. So let's come into a constructive rest position. So that looks like this. You're gonna come to lie all the way down on the back with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. Find a comfortable place for the feet. You could wiggle them in or out a little bit, just finding kind of that place that feels right for you. And then take your hands today and place them on top of your body. So you might place one on the belly, one on the heart or the ribs. Again, finding a spot that feels comfortable for you while making that nice connection with your own body here. And then you guys just stay there for a few moments. I'm gonna sit up, but you can stay lying down while you're there. So as we come to settle in here, it's really feeling that connection with the hands on top of the body. And start to feel the breath moving into the hands. So gentle check in, connect. And just take a moment here to notice how you're doing. Maybe you've been moving a lot and taking these quiet moments for yourself, or maybe this is the first time in a while you've kind of stopped and slowed down and taken time to connect with yourself. So whichever the case may be, just check in, notice how you're doing, how you feel. Maybe check in with the rest of the body as well. Notice if the body feels tight or tense, or maybe it feels really relaxed and quiet. Maybe it's inconsistent throughout the body. Maybe some places feel awesome and some places not so much. Whatever the case may be, I invite you to just be aware, be present, try to feel this without any judgment today. Be kind to yourself. And then from here, allow your next breath in to be nice and full and deep. Take a big inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the heart space. And then open up the mouth, let it go with a big sigh. Let's do that once again. Deep, full breath in. And exhale, big sigh. And then let's do that one more time. Big breath in, fill up the body with air. And then when you get to the top, take a little extra sip. Feel if you can inhale a little bit more air and then open the mouth. Let it go. And as you do, allow allow the body to soften. You can release the hands down here if you'd like. If not, you can keep them on top of the body. And then allow the breath to come back to its natural rhythm here. And I'll invite you once again just to notice, to pause. Notice that you have arrived on your yoga mat today, or in your yoga space. You might not be on a mat, but notice that you've arrived here for yourself to practice yoga today. I encourage you to take this time to let go of anything that has happened before today. Let go of what's going on out in the world. Let go of what's going on in your home. And really allow yourself to kind of hone in here, really be here. Notice what it's like to be you on your yoga mat today. Let go of any expectations you have for the future. And then once again, come to notice the body. Being so aware, climbing inside. Being really curious about what it's like in there. And then I'll invite you to come back to the sound of your breath. Come to notice the breath. Notice the beautiful simplicity of this action of coming to stillness and breathing. We're going to be exploring how to use our breath a lot as we move through our shapes today. It can do so much for us. It is truly our life force, and it is there for pretty much whatever we need it to be. We're going to play around with that a little bit today. But for now, I invite you to notice it and maybe ask yourself, what do I need from my breath right now, right here in this moment? And then once more, we'll take a nice deep full inhale together. Fill up the belly, fill up the ribs, fill up the heart space, and then open the mouth and sigh. Beautiful. Come to gently blink your eyes open if they were closed. We'll come to stretch out now on the mat, so start to gently lengthen each leg long on the mat. Reach the arms up alongside your ears. Give yourself a big full body stretch. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles. Maybe turn the head side to side. Feel how long you can get. And then go ahead and begin to let that go. Relax the arms. Bend the knees once again, one at a time. Bring the feet back to the floor. Come back to your constructive rest position. This time, take the arms, bring them out by your sides if you can. Yeah. And then we'll gently take the knees and let them drop over to your left. Settle into a nice gentle twist here for a breath. And then the next time you inhale, draw the knees back to center. And as you exhale, drop them over to the right, pause here for a moment. Take a breath, send a breath into the belly. And as you inhale, come on back to center. And then exhale the knees back to the left. Go ahead and continue moving with your breath to gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Some nice gentle twisting here. And then the next time the knees drop to your left, keep them there. And if you want, you can maybe turn your gaze over the right shoulder. If you want to take this twist a little deeper, you could stack the right knee on top of the left. Yeah, coming into a little bit of a deeper sensation here. All the while staying mindful of your breath. Notice how you could send it all the way into the belly. And then with the next inhale, draw the knees back up to center. Wiggle the feet back out to hip width distance if they're not already there. And as you exhale, drop them over to the right side. This time, maybe deepening the twist a little, gazing over the left shoulder. Maybe stacking the knees one on top of another. And again, coming to breathe here. As you inhale, slowly release, bring both knees back up to center, and then hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe rock from side to side a few times. Maybe circle across the sacrum a little bit. And then when you're ready, begin to rock forward and back along the spine. And we're going to do this a few times. Just take a moment here, roll like a ball forward and back, gently massaging your spine. Yeah, maybe getting bigger each time. And then one more time, roll all the way back and all the way up, this time coming to pause here at the top. Nice, roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And then the next time you inhale, circle the arms out and all the way up alongside your ears. Press the palms. Exhale, draw the hands to your heart center. Starting to link the breath to the movement here. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Press the palms, grow tall. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Go ahead and release the hands down. And then from here, we're going to come into a hands and knees position. So coming along here to your tabletop spine. So coming into your tabletop spine, you'll set up here. Bring your shoulders right over top of the wrists. Bring the hips right over the knees. Untuck the toes so that the tops of the feet are pressing down into the floor. All 10 toenails. And then spread your fingers really wide on the earth so you can see a little slice of the mat in between each space here. Really root down into the hands. Feel that earth underneath you. And then pause here for a moment. Open up the collarbones, feel your heart open up wide, and then take a moment to find your breath here in this shape. Yeah, always returning to that breath. The next time you inhale, begin to lift the tailbone up to the sky, press the belly down, open your heart, lift your gaze into a cow shape. As you exhale, you'll tuck the tail under, hollow out the belly, drop the crown of the head into a cat shape. Inhale, tailbone lifts up, belly presses down, heart opens, gaze lifts up. Exhale, tailbone tucks, hollow the belly, gaze back toward your navel into cat. And then keep going here a few more times. Inhaling to open the heart. And then exhaling to round the spine. Really link this breath to your movement. Use the whole inhale to come into your cat pose here. And then at the top of the exhale, begin to tuck the tail and round. So using your breath here to kind of tell you when it's time to switch shapes. And then notice if there's any other movements from this position that you'd like to explore. Maybe you wag the tail a little bit or circle the hips. Maybe you turn your gaze over each shoulder. Maybe it's something else entirely. Maybe you stretch out the wrists a little bit, or you decide. This is completely your exploration here. Feel those inner impulses in the body and just go ahead and follow them. And then when you're ready, gently begin to make your way back to stillness. From here, once again, pay attention to the hands. Spread the fingers wide, root down into the hands. Tuck the toes under behind you. And when you're ready, slowly lift the hips up and back. Make your way into your first downward facing dog. And go ahead and find some movement here. Again, going on your own time, your own inner impulses. Explore some movement here. Maybe bend into one knee and then the other. Maybe wag the tail again, up and back behind you. Maybe you take a moment to open up your mouth really wide here, puff up your cheeks, stretch out your jaw. And then make your way back to stillness here in your downward facing dog. Press into the hands, float the hips up a little bit higher out of the hands. Find that length in the spine. Take a nice deep full breath in here. And open the mouth, exhale. Next time you inhale, come forward into your high plank pose. That's the top of a push-up. And pause here once again, pressing down into the hands. Engaging the belly, hugging that belly button into the spine. Open up the collarbones here once again. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Lift the hips high like you did in cow pose. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, lower the chest and the chin, Ashta Pranam. Inhale to slide to the belly, untuck the toes, lift the head and the heart into a baby cobra. And then exhale, head comes down. Press your way back through hands and knees, and then tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Find downward facing dog once again. Take a big breath in here. And then exhale to bend the knees, lower the knees to the mat. From here, we'll find a child's pose. Bring the big toes to touch. Sit the hips back to the heels and bring the forehead down to the floor. This is a spot where you could, if the floor feels far away, you could grab your pillow or your block and take it underneath the forehead. Just for giving yourself a place to rest. Feel a little stretch in the hips here. Maybe walk the fingertips a little closer to the top of the mat. Feel the spine lengthen even longer. And then let the hips settle back toward the heels a little further. And take some deep breaths here. Feel where the breath is flowing now. Maybe it's making its way more into the back of the body, since the back of the body is nice and open. Maybe tune into how the breath has shifted since the beginning of the practice. As you're ready, begin to press into the hands. pull yourself up out of your child's pose, and we'll land back in hands and knees here. From here, you're going to extend the right leg long behind you. Bring the ball of the foot to the floor. Take a few rocks forward and back, just gently rolling out the ball of the foot and the toes, stretching out the hamstring a bit. And then come to stillness there. You're going to engage that belly, hug the belly button into the spine, and then lift the right heel about hip height behind you. Press that right hip down a little bit further than you think it needs to go so that the hips are square with the mat. And then on an inhale, begin to lift the left arm in front of you. Flip the left thumb up so you've got opposite arm, opposite leg stretching out in two different directions. See if you can stretch them out a little bit further. Press the right heel away as you reach the left fingertips forward. Take another breath here. And as you exhale, you're going to bend the right knee, bend the left elbow, crunch them in underneath you, elbow to knee. As you inhale, extend the arm, extend the leg. Exhale, crunch it in, elbow to knee. One more time, you'll inhale to extend the arm and the leg, and one more time, you'll inhale to crunch it in. We'll inhale to extend, and then bring the right hand down to the floor. Keep the right leg lifted. From here, you're going to bend the right knee and start to circle that right hip. So make big circles here. Bring the right knee toward the right elbow. Maybe every time you make a circle, you aim for the circumference of that circle to get a little bigger. Go ahead and switch directions here. Really explore. You can stack the hips here now. Just gently open it up. And then as you're ready, inhale to extend the leg behind you. This time, exhale, bend the knee. Step the foot all the way through to the top of your mat, coming into a low lunge here. You're going to bring your hands to frame that front foot. You're going to tuck the back toes under and gently lift the back knee up off of the floor. So if you have blocks here, you might use them. If you don't, just come on up to your fingertips. Maybe you make fists with the hands and press into the fists if that's more comfortable. Just find what works for you here. Let the heart open. Let your gaze lift a bit. Feel your breath here. Notice what the breath can do to help you fill out this shape. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, slowly come to lengthen that front leg and fold forward. So you might not be able to straighten the leg all the way. That's okay. Just keep it moving, keep it active as if it could straighten one day. Take an inhale to lengthen your spine and an exhale to fold a little deeper. Let's take another inhale here. And then exhale to rebend the knee, come back to your lunge. We'll do that again with the breath. Take an inhale like this, and then exhale to lengthen the leg, fold forward. As you inhale, rebend the knee, open up the heart. Exhale to fold forward. One more time, we'll inhale to bend the knee, open up the heart, and exhale to fold forward. One more inhale to rebend the knee, and then we'll go ahead and lower the back knee back to the floor. Climb the hands up onto the front thigh. Engage the belly here, and when you're ready, sweep the arms up alongside your ears, finding a little bit of a lunge with your arms up alongside the ears. Flip the palms in towards each other. And then take your right hand, wrap it around your left wrist. Flip the left palm up to the sky, press up, get long in the torso, and then exhale to lean over to your right side. Open up that left side body. You might press the right ribs forward a bit. Come back to your breath. What can it do? You might send it into the left side body, make some space in the ribs, feel that expansion. And then inhale, come on back up. You'll release your right hand all the way down to the right thigh. Take a big inhale through the left fingers, lift up, get tall. Exhale, bend the left elbow, cross it over to the outside edge of the right thigh, coming to a twist here. You can stay just like this or bring the palms to press, and then twist a little deeper, twisting the heart into your hands. Breath here. Where does it go? What can it do? What does it sound like? On your next inhale, keep the palms pressed. Come on back to center. Big inhale, stretch up to the sky. Maybe lift the heart a bit. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. And then step your right foot back to meet the left, coming to a high plank. Pause here. Press into the hands. Heart is nice and open. Engage the belly. As you inhale, float the right toes off of the floor just a few inches. And then exhale, place them back down. Inhale, lift the left toes. Exhale, place them back down. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin, Ashta Pranam. Inhale, slide to the belly, untuck the toes, lift the head and the heart. Exhale, head comes down. Press your way back through hands and knees. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips, stretch it out in downward facing dog. Yeah, take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Coming back to your tabletop, we'll extend the left leg long behind you. Ball of the foot to the floor to start. Once again, rolling forward and back over the toes. Yeah. And then come to pause there. Hug the belly button in. As you're ready, inhale, lift the left heel off of the floor back behind you, just about hip height. Again, press that left hip down a little further than it feels like it needs to go, squaring the hips with the floor. Press into that left hand, and on an inhale, stretch the right arm long in front of you with the thumb pointing up. Take a big breath in, get a little longer, press in those two opposite directions. Feel that length there. And then as you exhale, bend the knee, bend the elbow, crunch it in. Inhale to extend, get as long as you can. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. And exhale, elbow to knee. One more inhale to extend. Exhale, lower the right hand down. And then you'll start to bend that left knee and start to make circles here. So once again, making each circle bigger than the last. Really seeing where that knee can go. And then go ahead and switch directions here. Next time you inhale, lengthen the left leg long once again. This time as you exhale, bend the knee, step the foot forward between the palms, coming into your lunge once again. Coming up to fingertips, blocks, or maybe the fists, you'll tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, and head into your higher lunge. Find your breath, open the heart, maybe lift the gaze. Let's take a big inhale here. As you exhale, gently lengthen the front leg, folding the nose toward the knee. Take a couple extra breaths this first go round here. Relax that back heel, the right heel toward the floor behind you. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. Big breath in here, and then big breath out as you rebend the knee, come back into your lunge. We'll flow with the breath like this a few times. Take a big breath here. Exhale to lengthen the front leg. Inhale to rebend the knee, open the heart. Exhale, lengthen the leg. Flow with your breath here. Inhale to rebend. And exhale to lengthen. One more time, we'll inhale to rebend the knee, and then rebend the other knee, lower it down to the floor. Climb the hands up onto the thigh, and then stretch the arms up alongside the ears. Engage your belly here. You'll take the left hand, wrap it around the right wrist, flip that right palm up to the sky. Take a big inhale, press up to the ceiling, grow the torso long, and then exhale, lean over to your left. Keep that belly button hugging into the spine, keeping you all knitted together in your center as you stretch in all different ways around it. Take a big breath into those right side ribs. And then inhale, come on back up. You'll release the left hand down to the left thigh. Inhale to stretch the right fingertips long. Exhale, bend the right elbow, cross it over to the outside of the left thigh. Bring the palms to press here and start to twist the heart into the hands. Keeping the collarbones nice and open. Keeping the breath moving and flowing. Notice what the breath can do here. What do you need it to do? Next, inhale, keep the palms pressed, lift back to center, core strong. Inhale, lift the fingertips to the sky, maybe take a little tiny back bend, lift the heart, and then exhale, hands come down, frame the foot, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, step back, find your high plank pose, top of a push-up. Engage the belly here. With an inhale, lift the right toes off of the mat, just about an inch. Exhale, lower them back down. Inhale, lift the left toes. Exhale, lower them back down. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin. One more time, Ashta Pranam. Inhale, forward to the belly, untuck the toes, lift the head and the heart. Exhale, head comes down. Press your way back, come through hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. From here, bend into both knees, gaze forward toward the top of your mat and walk the feet forward. When you get to the top of your mat, land in a ragdoll shape. Let the head be heavy, let the knees soften. You could take hold of opposite elbows and sway from side to side. Let's open. Take a big, deep, full breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh. Nod the head yes a few times. Shake the head no a few times. And then release the hands down. Take another deep, full breath in here. As you exhale, bend deeply into the knees and slowly roll all the way up to stand, keeping the chin tucked until the very end. Let the crown of the head arrive very last. Give the shoulders a big roll forward, up, back, and down. Let's do that again. Forward, up, back, and down. And then come to stand here in your Tadasana shape. Feet pressing down into the floor. Feel that earth underneath, supporting you always. Feel the rest of you standing a little bit taller. Open up the heart by flipping the palms forward. And then close your eyes here in Tadasana. Take a few breaths. Again, tuning into the breath here. Notice what has shifted. Notice where it's flowing. Notice what it's given you and what you continue to need from the breath. Gently blink your eyes back open if they're closed. The next time you inhale, we're going to circle the arms out and all the way up alongside the ears. Press the palms here. Exhale, fold in half over your legs. Come to Uttanasana, let the head hang heavy. We'll inhale to bring the palms up to the shins, find a long spine. Exhale to bend the knees, plant the palms, step back to your high plank. Engage the belly. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, bend the elbows in close, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale to slide forward, come to the tops of the feet, open up the heart, keep pressing into the hands. And then exhale to lift the hips, roll over the toes. Make your way into your downward facing dog. Hips high, long spine, hands pressing into the floor. Take some deep breaths here in stillness. Next inhale, rise to the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Find a long spine here as you land. Bring the palms to the shins. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, arms sweep out and all the way up. Press the palms above you. Exhale, the hands to your heart. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. Palms press. Exhale, fold in half, really flowing with your breath now. Inhale, come up halfway, palms to the shins. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step it back, high plank. As you exhale, lower down either through chaturanga or through knees, chest, and chin once again. Inhale forward, come into baby cobra or an upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, press down, roll over the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So from here on out, any vinyasa, your choice. Next inhale, rise to the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Find a long spine with an inhale as you land. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, arms sweep out and all the way up, press the palms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale to bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms forward and up. Utkatasana, chair pose. So the knees are shooting straight out over the toes. If the feet are touching, then the knees can touch. Otherwise, they go straight out over the toes. Sit the hips down and back, and then open up your heart. Find your breath here. Be really curious. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lengthen the legs and fold in half. Uttanasana, head heavy. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back and flow through your vinyasa. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling to open the heart. And then exhaling to lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. With an inhale, we'll float the right leg up and back. Exhale to bend the knees, step the foot forward between the palms. Press down into the feet here. Engage the inner thighs. Engage your belly. And when you're ready, forward and up. Reach the arms alongside the ears. Yeah, find your breath here. Nice. Take your right hand, wrap it around the left wrist. Flip the left palm to the sky. Press up through the torso. Exhale, lean to your right. Nice side stretch here. Yeah. Nice. And then we'll inhale, come on back up. We'll release the hands. Bend into the elbows now. Make some cactus arms. And reach the elbows and the backs of the hands behind you. Really open up the heart here. So, yeah, just noticing the space across the heart. Take one more inhale. And then exhale to close it up. Bring the palms to press. Spin the back heel down, coming into a warrior two. So the front heel is lining up with the back arch. The front knee is bending deeply. The arms come way out to a T. Virabhadrasana 2. Take a moment here. Notice your breath. Smooth it out. We'll come to flip the front palm. Stretch forward and then reach back behind you. Find a radiant warrior. Yeah. Keep that front knee bending deeply. Stretching open the right side of the body. Now, with an inhale, you're going to come back to warrior two. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift that back heel, bring the palms to press, coming back into your high lunge. Keep exhaling as you tap the right knee with the left elbow in that twist. And then we'll inhale to come back up to center, palms pressed. Exhale, lower the back heel and reach back into your radiant warrior. So we're going to do that a couple times, moving with the breath. The important thing here is to stay with this breath. Yeah, so let's inhale to come up, warrior two. Exhale, palms to press, lift the back heel, tap into your twist. We'll inhale to lift back up into your high lunge, palms pressed. Exhale, lower the back heel, radiant warrior. We'll inhale, come on up, warrior two. Exhale, palms pressed, tap into your twist. And then inhale to lift back up. Exhale, heel spins down. Reach up and back, warrior two. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Tap the elbow. Inhale to lift up. And exhale. Land back in that radiant warrior. Really nice. We'll inhale to come up to warrior two and then lengthen the front leg long. We're going to find a triangle here. So shift those hips back behind you as you reach forward. Grow really long in the torso and then reach down. Find your shin and then open up the heart here. So allowing the breath now to rinse through the sides of the body. It should feel really kind of refreshing after that flow we just moved through. Find the stillness of the shape. And then find your breath in that stillness. Hear the sound. Nice. From here, start to bend into that front knee. Lift your way up once more, warrior two. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, hands come down, frame the front foot. Step back into your high plank. So before we flow here, option to lift the right toes off of the floor. Keep that foot lifted as you bend the elbows lower down. Inhale, slide forward. Come on to the tops of both feet. Now lift the heart. And exhale, lift the hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. One more time, big breath in. And big breath out. Let's inhale the left leg up and back. You'll bend the knee, step the foot all the way through to the top of your mat. Again, press down into the feet, engage the belly. On an inhale, arms come up alongside the ears into your Anjaneyasana crescent lunge. Yeah, soften the shoulders here. Keep those feet pressing into the floor. Use your left hand this time to take hold of the right wrist. Flip the right palm to the sky. Big inhale as you press up through the hand, and then exhale, lean to your left. So stretching the right side body now. Take a breath there. We'll inhale, come on back up, release the hands. Once again, find those cactus arms. Reach the heart forward. Reach the elbows and the backs of the hands behind you. Almost like they had magnets on them. They were being drawn for the wall that's behind you. Feel the embodiment of an open heart here. Take one more breath. And then exhale, close it up, palms to press. Spin the back heel down. Open up, Warrior two. Take a moment here, catch your breath, smooth it out. And now you know where we're headed on this side. I'll invite you to check in and just kind of see what you might need from your breath here as we flow a few times. Maybe set that intention now before we start. Let's flip the front palm. Stretch forward and then up and back. Find your radiant warrior. Bend into the front knee deeply. Stretch with those left fingertips. With an inhale, we'll come up warrior two. With an exhale, we'll bring the palms to press, lift that back heel, tap the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. We'll inhale to come back up. Exhale, heel comes down, arm reaches up and back, radiant warrior. Flow with the breath now. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, palms press, tap the elbow in your twist. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, back heel down, radiant warrior. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Nice. With an inhale, come back up, warrior two, and then come to lengthen your front leg. Start to sass those hips once again, reach them back for the wall behind you as your left hand reaches in forward. Get really long and then reach down. Open up the heart. Lift the right fingertips to the sky. And once again, notice the body in stillness here. Notice the breath. Next inhale, bend into the front knee, come on back up, warrior two. Take a big breath here. Exhale, hands come down, frame the front foot. Step back into your high plank. Top of a push-up, belly nice and strong. Option here, again, optional, so you decide. Inhale to lift the left toes. Exhale, bend the elbows lower down. Inhale, slide forward. Tops of both feet, lift the heart. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Really nice. Stretch the hips up and back, nice long spine here. As you inhale, rise up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Find a long spine here as you land, and then exhale, fold in half. We'll heel toe the feet out, so there's about 2 fists worth of distance here. And then you'll find a yogi toe lock. So you'll take the first 2 fingers and the thumbs of each hand, wrap them around the big toes like a napkin ring, and connect the thumb of the tip of the thumb with the tips of the fingers, so completing that circle. You'll take a big inhale to lengthen the spine, find that halfway up kind of feeling. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows and fold in half. Again, it's okay if the knees aren't straight here, but keep them moving as if they could be. Keep them active. And then allow the head to be heavy. Notice your breath here. Next time you inhale, come up about halfway, release the hands here. And then we're gonna take one more fold. So you could do a yogi toe lock once again, or if you wanna take it a little bit further, you can find Pada Hastasana, where you take the hands, flip the fingers toward your body, and then come to stand on the palms. If you are doing this, make sure the toes go all the way to the wrist creases. Give yourself a little wrist massage here with the toes. And then take a big inhale, find that halfway up, long spine, and then exhale, bend the elbows and fold. Keep the feet really actively pressing down, and then press the hands into the bottoms of the feet. So you're creating this sort of vacuum here, and maybe allowing the crown of the head to drop a little further toward the earth. Find your breath here. And then gently release the hands. Bring the feet back to a Tadasana shape. We'll inhale to bring the palms to the shins. Find a nice long spine. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. Step it back to a downward facing dog. With an inhale, float the right leg up and back. With an exhale, bend the knee, step the foot forward. We're gonna come into pigeon here. So bring the shin all the way down to the floor. Walk the back toes back a little bit and then untuck the foot. Stand your torso nice and tall. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, walk the hands forward and fold. So if this is not an accessible shape for you, stay here if it is. If it's not, I'm just going to show you a little modification. You can come onto the back here. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, and then hug the left knee into your chest. This gives you basically the same stretch without all the added weight of the body kind of adding to it. So go ahead and find whichever version works for you. And once you get there, hopefully you're already breathing, already noticing the breath, but if not, that's okay. Again, free of judgment here. The mind always starts to wander here in this shape. So let it wander back. Again, tune into that beautiful simplicity of the sound of your own breath. Maybe the sensation as it flows in and out. Take a deep, full inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Gently press into the palms, walk the hands in. Lift your torso. You'll tuck your back toes under here, lift the back knee, and then send that right leg up and back behind you, coming to a three-legged downward facing dog. You might bend the knee and stack the hip a little bit here. You could flip your dog if you have enough space. You could roll it around, make circles with the knee again. Whatever feels best. And when you're ready, come back to find your downward facing dog. Option here to flow through a vinyasa in between sides. Otherwise, just hang in your downward facing dog. So I'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, carry it forward toward the nose, and once again make your way into a pigeon shape on the left. If you're taking the modification, flip over onto your back, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and hug the knees into your chest. For a pigeon, walk the toes back a little bit, untuck the foot, press down to lift the heart, open up the collarbones, take a big breath in, and then exhale to maybe walk your hands forward or fold all the way down. If you're not all the way down, bring your head to rest on something. Maybe you can bring the hands into prayer and gently rest the head and the thumbs. Tune into the breath. Notice what there is in the body that you could let go of. Maybe the shoulders are way up by your ears. See if you could let them drop down. Maybe you could soften the toes or the fingertips. Maybe you could soften the skin in the face, the forehead, the jaw, the chin. Notice what the breath can let you soften, what it can help you with. So I'll take a deep, full inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Gently walk the hands back in, press down, lift the heart, tuck your back toes, lift the knee, send the left leg up and back behind you, lengthening the leg long. Maybe roll the knee in circles, flip your dog, whatever feels best here, you decide. When you're ready, make your way back to your downward facing dog. Option to flow one last time through a vinyasa. Again, option is the key word here. You do what feels right for you. And we'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Let's take a big breath in here and a big breath out to lower the knees to the floor. Bring the big toes to touch. Come back into your child's pose here. Coming back to the breath, coming back to your rest. Notice the difference from the last time you were in this shape. And then from here, begin to pull yourself forward, come through hands and knees, and then make your way all the way onto the belly. You'll bring the forearms to the floor. We're gonna set up for a Sphinx pose here. Bringing the elbows just in front of the shoulders. Spread the fingers out wide. Walk the feet in if they're any wider than hip width distance apart, and then press down into the tops of the feet, engage the legs, and then really root into the elbows, press into the hands, open up your collarbones, lift your gaze, not so far that you're craning your neck, but maybe just out a little bit further in front of you. Feel the breath flow through the body here. If you want to take this a little bit further, you could start pressing into the hands to lift the elbows up, coming more towards a cobra shape. If you feel any twinginess in the low back when you do this, go ahead and come back down. Otherwise, just nice and slow. Bring that arc into your spine. Take one more breath wherever you are. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Pillow the hands or turn one cheek to the mat and take a breather here. You might swish the hips from side to side a little bit or bend into the knees, windshield wiper the feet. And then from here, we'll bring the hands to the floor once again under the shoulders. Press your way back up into your hands and knees. And then come to find a comfortable seat here. We'll start with just a gentle cross-legged position. You might feel nice sitting up on top of a pillow or a block here. It's up to you. On the mat or the floor is fine too. Bring the hands to the thighs, sit up nice and tall. Just notice the effects of your back bends, the effect of all your other movements that you've just done here, that you've moved and breathed through. The next time you inhale, we'll circle the arms out and up alongside the ears. As you exhale, we'll take a gentle twist to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, the left hand to the right thigh. Open up the heart here, open the collarbones. Maybe you could turn your gaze over the right shoulder. Notice where your breath is going. See if you could send it all the way to the belly. Let's take one more inhale here. And exhale, slowly unwind. Come back to center. Roll the shoulders forward, up and back. With an inhale, float the arms out and all the way up. Exhale, gentle twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you, right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Heart is nice and open. Breathe into your belly. Maybe the gaze can turn over that left shoulder. Let's take one more breath here. And exhale to slowly unwind once more. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And you'll come off of whatever you're sitting on. We're going to open up, lengthen the legs, and open up the feet nice and wide. So coming to a straddle position. Come to as far as you can go into a straddle, and then take it down to about 75% of the way. Yeah. Bring the hands forward to rest them on the legs. Flex the toes toward your face. Sit up nice and tall here. Find some length in the spine. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bring the hands forward to the floor in front of you. If you want to keep going here, you could walk them forward, come down to the forearms. Once again, maybe bringing the head to rest in the thumbs. Yeah. So stopping anywhere along the way that feels right for you. Just find some breath here. Stretching out the inner thighs, the hamstrings. Let's take a nice deep full inhale. Open up the mouth, exhale. And then slowly release the hands, walk the hands back in towards you. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands under the knees. Use the hands to help the knees to bend. And then we'll bring the feet in. Bring them together now, legs long in front of you. You'll flex the feet once again towards your face. Sit up nice and tall. Open the collarbones. Big inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Big exhale, fold in half. Take hold of maybe the feet, the ankles, the shins, wherever you find. And keep that spine long here. So every time you inhale, stretch the crown of the head toward the toes and keep that length as you exhale, sink down a little more. And then pause wherever you are. Even if you could go further, just pause there. And breathe. Send some breath to the back body. Let's take one more big inhale. Big exhale. And then slowly roll on up to sit. Once again, we'll bend the knees, bring the feet to the floor in front of you. This time, take your hands, bring them behind you. Point the fingers toward the hips. And then start to make a connection to the ground. So feel both feet on the ground, feel both hands on the ground, nice and solid. Press the whole of the hand and the whole of the foot and the toes into the floor. On a big inhale, you'll lift the hips, come into a reverse tabletop. Turn your gaze up toward the ceiling, or you could let the neck be soft and let the head hang here. Find your breath. Yeah, find one more big inhale to lift the hips, and then exhale, lower all the way down. From here, I'll invite you to lengthen the legs, come to lie all the way down on the back, and set yourself up for Shavasana. So you could find a blanket or a pillows to place under the knees if you like. So that helps to give you just a little bolster, helps to allow the psoas muscle in the low back to relax. You could also take a blanket and place it over top of you just for a little bit of extra weight. And if you don't have those things, that's okay. Just go ahead and stretch out. All you need is you and your body here, and your breath. Take up as much space as you like, or as little space as you like. And just for a moment, I'll invite you to check in once again to the body and notice how you are. Feel that beautiful vibration, that reverb of the movement that flows through the body here at this point in practice. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking this time out of the day to come to your mat and practice. Because that sensation, that vibration, that's all there because of you, because you carved out this time for yourself, because of your breathing and your movement and your strength. That's why you feel this way. Let's take one more deep and full breath in all together. Fill yourself up, and then take an extra sip at the top. Get as full as you can, and then open the mouth. Let it go. Get a little heavier on the mat. Allow the floor to do its job and hold you here. Let the eyes close if you haven't already, if you like. And then I'm gonna leave you here in Shavasana. I'll be here for about 4 or 5 more minutes. I'm gonna leave you here with a poem by Mary Oliver. It is the first day of spring, and I thought this would be lovely to hear right about now. So this is Spring by Mary Oliver. Somewhere, a black bear has just risen from sleep and is staring down the mountain all night into the brisk and shallow restlessness of early spring. I think of her, her 4 black fists flicking the gravel, her tongue like a red fire touching the grass, the cold water. There's only one question: how to love this world. I think of her rising like a black and leafy ledge to sharpen her claws against the silence of the trees. Whatever else my life is, with its poems and its music and its glass cities. It is also this dazzling darkness coming down the mountain, breathing and tasting. All day I think of her white teeth, her wordlessness, her perfect love. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Listen to the sound. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle wrists and ankles. Let the head turn side to side. Maybe stretch the arms up alongside the ears. Give yourself a nice full body stretch, fingers to toes. And then bend into one knee and then the other. Gently roll onto your right side. Curl up in a little ball and pause there. Taking a moment to find a moment of gratitude. Again, thanking yourself so much for carving this time out of your day to come to your yoga practice. And also taking this moment to thank and honor and always appreciate so much your beautiful body for all that it is capable of and all that it does for you every single day. Gently press into the palms and slowly build yourself up to sit, keeping a soft gaze as you come all the way into a comfortable cross-legged seat. We'll gather the hands at heart center, gently lift the heart and bow the head. Take one more moment here to be still and feel your entire body and the breath that lives within it. I invite you to take this with you off the mat and back into the rest of your life today, knowing that you can always return to that breath for anything that you may need. We'll lift the thumbs up to find the third eye. Lift the gaze and the heart to the sky, invite goodness and light. And then fold all the way forward to seal in your practice. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I will again continue to record as many classes as I can while we're still all online here. And check back to the Mind Body page on Wake Up Yoga to find several other classes by all of our wonderful teachers. Please stay well, wash your hands, eat well, enjoy some stillness every day, and I hope to see you back in the studio really soon. Thanks so much, everyone.